I approached Geraldine Ferraro after she was speaking on a panel. I introduced myself, we chatted a bit, and then I said, "Are there any organizations for Italian American women in the community?" Her answer was, "No, only men's and women's groups, where the men make the speeches and the women make the coffee." Then she said, "Why don't you start one?" Surprised, I stood there with my mouth open, and she quickly said, "Why don't you come to Queens next week and we can talk about it?" It was that spark of an idea that took off.
Years ago, Geraldine Ferraro, Aileen, Sirey, and I realized that American women of Italian descent really needed an organization of their own. And we came up with NOIAW, the National Organization of Italian American Women. And it has accomplished so much good in the past 40 years. It will be exciting to witness its progress in the years to come. We're all looking forward to it. I applaud all of you and thank you for your dedication and enthusiasm through the years. And we must remember to continue with our slogan, Sempre Avanti.
I'm Maria Tambori, Chair of the National Board of Directors. I've been a proud member of the National Organization of Italian American Women since 2006.
As a daughter of Italian Americans, there were no female role models for me to follow into higher education. When I discovered NOIAW, I realized that there was a place for intelligent, professional, and career women to have a seat at the table, and not just the one in the dining room for Sunday dinners. One of my most treasured memories was being invited to a casual dinner with some NOIAW members, including our founders, Dr. Aileen Riotto and Matilda Cuomo, 3 appellate justices, including the Chief Justice of the New York State Court of Appeals, the Superintendent of Financial Services for the State of New York, the New York City Commissioner of Aging, and of course the inimitable restaurateur and chef Lydia Bastianich.
As a daughter, a granddaughter, and now a mother of my own proud little Italian American female, I find it so important to maintain ties to our heritage. And the National Organization of Italian American Women offers so many opportunities to grow and connect with our heritage. But all that, my aunts, my cousins, the professors that I've had, these women have shaped so much of who I am and who I am as a person, but also as a teacher. So without them, I would be so much less passionate, so much less cultured. And I really owe so much of what I do on a daily basis to these incredible Italian women.
Am I a proud Italian woman? Yes, I am. Because of the ladies in my family who reached out to me when I was young to preserve that heritage in me, to keep the heart, the love, warmth, and soul of the Italian woman, strong to survive and forever beautiful, to continue to give and preserve family and its daily practices of its culture. There was also its language, its food and cooking, and most important, its stories and pride of family and loyalty. And oh, did they so? You bet they did. In order to survive in America, they started out with a sewing machine in a factory with a chair and the endless hours of work to earn a living. And so the best part, I will always remember I had my first costume made by my Aunt Mary in my first school play at the Ursuline Academy of the Nuns in Dallas, Texas. It was a blue satin dress with ribbons, handmade with her tiny little fingers, and sewed carefully with a few beautiful beads here and there. And then Aunt Marge, who became a famous bridal designer for My Lady Bridals in New York City, who designed and made every opening night Broadway dress for me, my first wedding dress, and on and on and on. And oh yes, every muumuu I ever wore.
People I have met and spoken to so many different people from all across the country and different parts of the world. And this has really been inspiring for me because it has affirmed for me how similar we all are. You know, people ask the same questions over and over again, and I know that we're all just trying to help ourselves and our families. And that has been a real inspiration to me. And I think that the symbol of this event, the epiphany and that star, I think of those, that is the star leading us out of this.
To advocate, to get me the education and services that I needed. They had taught me to advocate for myself, and eventually I was able to use my education and my experience to advocate for others who didn't have the ability to advocate for themselves. My life's work has been to push for integration of people with disabilities.
What I've learned throughout the years is to set high expectations for yourself and for those around you, focusing on honesty, the importance of working together with that strong work ethic. Above all else is living every day with that attitude of gratitude and humility. I've raised thousands of students with that attitude of gratitude. Life is hard, but understanding the blessings and our privilege given can improve our perspective and our overall health.
The National Organization of Italian American Women. My heart fills with such love and pride when I say those words. This has been a long, hard battle, 40 years, and our organization is full of professional Italian women, mothers, sisters, aunts, grandmas, daughters. We want everybody to join us because, as a group, we're a force. Please join us. Together, there isn't anything we can't accomplish. And it's about time Italian American women stood their ground, said their piece, and made their points.
If you're not a member, please consider joining. If you are a member, please renew. Support our next 40 years fund to inspire, connect, and lead Italian American women across the nation.